What's up guys, James from SIKKY Manufacturing. Just unloaded this nice S14 off the transporter all the way from Wisconsin. It's here to get one of our SIKKY turnkey LS swap builds. We're going to be taking this tired old SR20 DET out and dropping in an LS3. At one point in time, this SR20 DET probably gave the owner everything they wanted. But as with everything, you get used to things and tired of things, and he was just done with the problems and the unreliability of this SR20 DET, and he just wanted that raw grunt and torque that you get from the LS V8, which is why this is a perfect candidate for an LS V8 swap.
Alright, as you can see, we've got this engine compartment prepped. The engine is even prepped with the motor mounts and the oil pan are installed. We've got the transmission bracket in. We've actually already clearanced the tunnel and got everything ready to go. So we like this method of just lowering the car down onto the engine. It makes it pretty simple. Obviously there's a million different ways you can do it, but for speed and efficiency, this is what we opt to do. And we even got the oil filter relocation bracket set up on here. So this customer is not going to be running air conditioning on this car, so it's a great solution for mounting the filter in a convenient spot where you can easily get to it and not create a mess every time you change your oil out. So next step, we're going to get this motor up into position and bolted in and ready to rock. Here you can see the LS3 that we opted for on this build. It's been prepped with SIKKY parts added to it already. Motor mounts, oil pan, even the transmission and brackets are up. We already went ahead and installed a monster clutch and flywheel in this build, and even put our brand new TR6060 shifter in place, which is needed to relocate it to bring it out through the factory shifter hole. Currently offer these in 4 different lengths: a 4-inch back, 6-inch back, 8-inch back, and then 10-inch back. So gives you a lot of options if you're trying to swap a TR6060 trans into just about any chassis out there. But this is a super clean, low mileage LS3 setup that ought to scream in this car. So here you can see our new captured bushing design. So this is all the new brackets we're developing are going to come out with this captured bushing setup. So it's more sturdy, and it actually allows a little more vibration absorption because we can do a captured bushing that completely isolates the transmission from the chassis. Super beefy design that's extremely rigid but yet absorbs a lot of the vibrations and keeps everything nice and tidy. As you can see, engine's installed and ready to go. Next step, we're going to put this car in the dyno, make sure it's tuned and ready to rock for the test drive and have a little fun. For the test drive. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this car came to us with an SR20 DET, which is no slouch, you know, properly built and tuned, makes great power.
definitely not as reliable as an LS setup. Nowhere near as much torque, and just the I think the reliability and the easy access to the repair parts and whatever you got to do to it just beats the SR20 hands down. But for you hardcore Nissan guys out there, I get it. I'm a SR20 fan myself. Had many a 240 over the years with them, but there's no denying the power and reliability of the LS. And lack of grip. Alright, let's see how she does. First and second gear, they got zero traction. Pretty stiff suspension on this car. I mean, it's obviously set up to drift, but it's also going to be used on the street. So if you want a super comfortable, cushy ride, this probably isn't the exact build you'd want, but you can change that feel with suspension. But our main thing with this build was the drivetrain and upgrading it, so we didn't get into the suspension much other than setting it up for the LS and the weight, corner balancing, and alignment. Got a pretty good exhaust tone. I mean, it's basically a custom catback exhaust system for this thing to match the needs of the LS3 motor. Try a third gear roll here. Wanted the exhaust to be specifically loud, so again, that's one of those things with a turnkey build. It's completely up to the customer. There's a lot of stuff you can choose and be customized to exactly what you want, but you know, this is a little on the louder side, but for a car that's going to be used drifting and stuff, I'd say why not. It's not like this is going to be his daily driver, so this thing made 443 foot-pounds of torque and about 445, 450 horsepower. It's basically, that's at the wheels, so pretty impressive numbers for a stock LS3 with SIKKY long tube headers and the SIKKY intake. So couldn't be happier with the power we got out of it, and the thing drives like a champ too. Very drivable. You could daily this if you wanted to, but it's also ready to rock if you want to compete with it or drift or road racing, whatever it may be. It's definitely a stout performer. Alright, that's a wrap on the test drive and this video. Amazing car overall, couldn't be happier with it. Make sure you guys like, subscribe,